Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another plan with me. I am memory planning for the week of March 8th until the 14th, which was this past week for me. It is currently Monday the 8th. Monday the 8th. It's currently Monday the 15th, but this video will be going up on Tuesday, as my plan with me's always do. But I am recording this on Monday rather than Tuesday because Tuesday is my birthday. So when you guys are watching this, if you're watching it on Tuesday when it goes up, it is currently my birthday, so that's exciting. But for this past week, I am super excited to plan it because I have been waiting to use this kit and this art since it came out. It is actually the art that I used for my March kits in my shop for the washi, so this will look super familiar, as well as like the plaids and this pink floral. And then they don't actually have the rainbow papers in here, which I can show you. Just kidding, I can't. Let me grab my budget planner really quick. So this is my budget planner. So there's the plaids and then the rainbow and the pink floral. So it's the same art that I used in my shop, and I am just obsessed with it, and I'm so excited to actually use like a full kit using all the arts and not just the papers. So here it is. This art is called Lucky, and I am obsessed with it. I'm using this kit this week because, as I mentioned, my birthday is next week, and it's actually the day before St. Patrick's Day, so I never really get to use St. Patrick's Day art because I always like to use a birthday kit. So I decided to use this a week early, and then next week we will be using a birthday kit. So I'm really excited. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down the base, and then I will talk you guys through the day by day. Alrighty guys, voiceover Jordan is here to walk you through the day by day. So we're starting off on Monday. I'm using one of these like fourth boxes, I guess, and the International Women's Day script, which is from my shop, to mark, of course, that it was International Women's Day, which is awesome. And then underneath that, I am going to mark filming my weekly check-in, as I always do. So I just took a pink flag from the kit along with a green calculator sticker from the Christiane Designs budget book that is available at Michael's. Also, just like I don't know what the word is. I don't know, I just wanted to mention that my silhouette was cutting weird for some reason. So some of the pages didn't cut like completely through, which you may have noticed when I was laying down the base. Like the washi page was cut a little weird, and the full box page. So I feel like this plan with me took me a little more time than usual, but that's okay because now that it's all finished, it looks perfectly fine. So if you see any stickers that look a little weird, that is why. But I did mark doing some homework underneath the weekly check-in. And then in this little extender, I'm marking cleaning my room. So I put down a quarter box with the clean script. And then I also used one of these hexagons, which I never use, but I don't know, I felt fancy this week, I guess. Also, my neighbor's dog is barking, so I'm sorry about that. But I did do some laundry this day, so I marked that with the script that came in the kit. And then I put down this school box from Planner Pixie Co. to mark the class that I have every single Monday. And now we are on to the bottom box of Monday. So I used another quarter box and a laptop icon, which was just from my leftover collection, to mark that I did some printing and cutting. I think I printed and cut the kit that I was using last week, because since I do film my plan with me's on Tuesdays, I usually like to print and cut my stickers the night before so that on Tuesday when I wake up I can just start filming right away. So I did that, and then I realized that I wanted the icon on the other side because I was using this meal little thing to mark that I had Black Bear Diner for dinner. And then the last thing that I marked with a third box was that I had a huge homework assignment to work on because I had a lesson plan due on Tuesday at midnight, and I knew I wouldn't have as much time on Tuesday since my plan with me does take a very long time, and I just had a lot of other stuff to do, so I didn't want to leave the whole entire lesson plan for Tuesday. So I did do most of it on Monday. I just left 2 sections for Tuesday, so it wasn't too bad, but I used a little homework flag sticker from the Happy Planner School sticker book to mark that. And now we are on to Tuesday, which once again I filmed my plan with me, so I took a squared off half box and the little YouTube icon from the kit to mark that. Also, I haven't mentioned that this is my first time using a kit from White Rose Printables, so obviously the boxes and the icons that are available and stuff like that are a little different from the kits that I usually use, so that could also be a reason why it took me a little longer to film this, because I was looking through the sheets a little bit more, but I'm really happy with how it came out, so no complaints here. But underneath that half box, I put down a appointment label and this tired girl sleeping on a desk to mark that I took a mini nap while my plan with me was exporting. And then I used that little, I don't know if it's a TV little thing, but I used it as a laptop to mark finishing up the lesson plan that I had due. And then I put down a pink meal little thing to mark that George and I got in and out for dinner. And then I used one of these squared boxes with a little couple from Kina Prints to mark that George and I went to Walmart. And then the last thing I marked with a little thing, and this little couple was just spending some time with George, just relaxing. And that was it for Tuesday. So we are moving on to Wednesday. The first thing I marked with a label and the coffee time script that came in the kit was that George brought me Dunkin' in the morning this day because he was dropping Evelyn off to help me with orders. So, yeah, I just used the coffee time script because I thought that was like an easy way to mark that. Then underneath that, I used an appointment label and a tiny little laptop that once again was just in my leftover collection to mark writing down open orders. Because if you guys don't know, I like to write down my orders so I'm not just referring back to Etsy every time, like when I'm working on orders. It just makes it a lot easier for me to have it written down in like a little notebook. So I do have to do that every once in a while when I have like caught up on what I had written down previously. So I did that on Wednesday, and then underneath that I put down a third box and the Etsy icon from the kit to mark working on cash envelopes. And then I used a little thing that had a little star on it to mark going to Staples. I never really know how to mark Staples, to be honest, because it's just like random. I mean, I could use like a paper clip, I guess, but I thought a little star was fine. So I did that, and then I used this green little thing with a mailbox sticker to mark going to the post office and dropping off orders. Evelyn and I actually got like 16 or 17 orders out on Wednesday, so that was crazy. We were like racing to the post office to get there before they closed, but luckily we made it, so that was good. And then I used a label and the asterisk icon to mark that we had to go to Michael's because I needed a few supplies, because I do make these trackers in my shop, and I ran out of some of the cardstock, so I had to buy that. And then I just bought some vinyl, and I think that's pretty much it. And then underneath that I put down an appointment label with the grocery script and a little shopping cart icon, because George, Evelyn, Diego, which Evelyn and Diego are George's siblings, we went to Food for Less that night, so I marked that. And now we are on to Thursday, which was an extremely busy day. So first thing I marked with a label, the little stethoscope and the appointment script, is that I took Evelyn to get her blood drawn in the morning. So I went ahead and wrote Evelyn's on top of there, so it says Evelyn's appointment. I didn't go in, I just dropped her off. Well, didn't drop her off, but I just waited in the car. And then after that, we had to go to the DMV. So again, I marked that with a little thing and the car icon, and I did not go in there either, but I was just waiting for her. And then I put down a third box with the little fork and knife icon to mark that we got Jack in the Box for breakfast. And then moving down, I used a quarter box with a laptop icon to mark printing and cutting, once again working on tons of orders this day. Then I used a squared box with an envelope to mark making cash envelopes. The little envelope sticker is from Planning Roses, and then I used that little thing with the box on it to mark going to the post office. And then at the bottom of this day, I used a label from the kit along with a little grocery cart sticker from Scribble Prints Co., which was again just part of my leftovers. And I used that to mark that we went to Walmart. Sorry that my iPad is dinging. And then underneath that, I used a meal little thing to mark that we went to 7-Eleven because Evelyn and I were both feeling very dehydrated, because for some reason when we work on orders, we just forget to eat or drink anything, which I know is not good, and we're gonna do better, guys. Don't worry. But yes, so we went to 7-Eleven to get something to drink because we were dehydrated. And then at the bottom of the day, I put down another one of those TV/laptop little things. Still don't know what it is, but I'm using it as a laptop to mark that I worked on a portrait that I promised my friend I would have done by Friday. So I did that. And then I used an appointment label with the little couple sticker to mark just some time with George. And now we're moving on to Friday, which again was a busy day. Is anybody surprised? So starting off, I'm using a little thing with a car icon to mark that I dropped Madison off at school. Madison is my younger sister. So that was the first thing I did on Friday. And then after that, I went home and I had to redo 2 envelopes for someone because I accidentally made a typo on the first ones. So I put down an appointment label and a little box icon, which is from Scribble Prints Co. again, to mark redoing those 2 envelopes because I wanted to get them out this day so she can get them ASAP. And then after that, I went directly to the post office. So I marked that with a little thing and another mailbox sticker. And then after the post office, I went to the bank to pull out the correct denominations I needed for my cash stuffing. So I put down a 4th box or a quarter box, whatever you want to call it, same thing, with the money icon to mark going to the bank. And then in this middle section, I marked my cash stuffing. So I used a flag sticker with this little money stack from the Christian Designs budget book to mark that. And then I used a half box with this chips and salsa sticker from the Happy Planner food sticker book to mark going to Islands, the restaurant, with my friend Autumn, which I have not seen her in probably like 2 years, to be honest. I mean, when we were still going to school, we would see each other like passing by, but we didn't have any classes together. And then obviously once we stopped going to school, we just haven't seen each other at all. So we did go to Islands this day as like an early birthday lunch for me, and it was just so sweet to see her, and I missed her so much. So I did mark that. And then after our lunch, we went to Nothing Bundt Cake because there's one across the street, and I mean, why not? So I used a quarter box and a little cupcake sticker to mark that. And then I used an appointment label and the phone icon to mark FaceTiming Tara. And then after I got off the phone with Tara, I was trying to be productive, but that didn't happen because I was exhausted. So I did take a nap. So I put down a 3rd box with this Tired Girl from Kina Prints to mark my nap that night. And that is it for my Friday. So we're now going to move on to Saturday, which was a really fun day and something very much out of my comfort zone, but I'm really proud of myself. And yeah, so starting off, we went to Jack in the Box for breakfast to grab some breakfast. So I marked that with a little thing, and then underneath that, I'm putting down this like label, but I change it because it ends up being too big. But I'm using this to mark that I had to glue my shoe because we were going riding this day, like off-roading kind of. I don't know what to call it, but basically when you just go on like razors and all these vehicles and you just go off-roading and driving like crazy. But yes, so we were doing that. So I was wearing these boots that I've had forever, and they kind of look like Doc Martens, but they're not. And they were literally fine. And all of a sudden, like the morning that I put them on, the whole sole just decided to not be intact at all. So I had to super glue that because obviously I needed proper shoes. So that was a thing. So I marked that. And then I used a half box to mark riding, which I'm going to make myself a little like razor sticker. When I say razor, I don't mean like a shaving razor. I mean like a vehicle razor. Anyways, I'm going to make myself a little sticker because I just didn't want to use a car. It just didn't feel right. So I'm going to do that. But underneath that, I used a little thing to mark that we took a snack break. So we went riding for like 3 hours, which was crazy. It didn't even feel that long. We came back, had a few snacks, and then we went on one more ride before the sunset. And then once the sun set, we cleaned up, packed up, put everything away, And then we drove and we ended up getting dinner at Pyology, so I marked that. And then we drove all the way home, which was a drive. And once we got back to George's house, we both showered because we were covered in dirt and dust and sand and all the things. So we showered, and then I just rested for a little bit before I headed home. So I marked that with another little couple sticker. And now we're on to Sunday, which Sunday I didn't have that much to mark. So I wanted to start at the bottom of the day because I knew how I wanted to mark that stuff. So I started with a food little thing to mark that we stopped at McDonald's to get food for Evelyn. And then above that, I put down a quarter box. No, that's a third box with another couple sticker to mark just spending some time with George. And then above that, I used another third box with a cheesecake sticker from the Happy Planner food sticker book to mark that George and I went to Cheesecake Factory for like as an early birthday dinner with just us two, which was so fun, and we got so much good food. Highly recommend. And then at the top of Sunday, I wanted to make sure to mark that daylight savings time ended that night, like when Sunday started. So I marked it first thing on Sunday, which again, that script is from my shop. And then the last thing I marked was that I legit slept all day. So I put down a squared box and the little tired girl from Kino Prince, and I just wrote nap all day. But that is it. I will talk to you in a second. Alrighty guys, here is the spread all filled out. I am so happy with how this came out. I don't know. I feel like every week I'm getting a little better and like really finding what I enjoy in my planner. And I know to you guys it's probably like the same every week, but I don't know. I'm just so happy with how every spread is coming out. I did use gold foil. I didn't really mention that yet in this video, but I did do that, which is also my favorite foil color, which also probably why I'm obsessed. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this spread as much as I do. Please leave me comments down below of maybe your favorite sticker you see here, or just really anything. I just love chatting with you guys. But I'm gonna get going, edit this, and get it up for you all. But I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.